All right, everyone, the problem is to convert 22.6 meters to decimeters. This is a very simple dimensional analysis problem where we are going to take 22.6 meters, what the problem gives us to start with, and we're going to convert that to some number of decimeters. And this being a dimensional analysis problem means I'm going to multiply what I'm starting with by some conversion factor, and it may be more than one. For this problem, it's just going to be one conversion factor, and a conversion factor is just a fraction. So I'm going to put a fraction bar here, and I'm going to put that fraction in parentheses to show that we're going to multiply the 22.6 meters by this fraction, by this conversion factor. So now, what is this fraction going to be? Well, it depends on our units. Because we are starting with meters, but we want to convert those meters to some other unit, we're going to put meters on the bottom of our conversion factor, and that will allow the meters to cancel out, and we're going to put the unit on top that we want to end up with. We want decimeters in the end, so I'm going to put dm on top for decimeters. So when we do the math here, we should end up with so many decimeters in the end. Now, what numbers are going to go in my fraction? Well, that depends on the relationship between my two units. I need to figure out how many meters equals how many decimeters. I need a relationship between those two units. Just so happens that 1 meter is exactly 10 decimeters. So I can use this relationship in my conversion factor. I will have 1 meter on the bottom, just like that, and I will have 10 decimeters on top, just like that. Okay, so let's look at the units one more time. Again, we're starting with meters, and we're about to multiply by a fraction, where meters is on the bottom. Meters divided by meters will essentially mean that it cancels out, because anything divided by itself just goes to 1 or it cancels. So meters and meters will cancel, and my only unit I have left is decimeters right here. So again, my units are perfect. Now we want to punch this in the calculator. So to do that, we will start with 22.6. And then because we're multiplying by a fraction, we're going to multiply by the top and divide by the bottom. So we're going to multiply by the top, which is 10. And then we're going to divide by the bottom, which is 1. Now that really won't change anything, so you could skip that if you wanted. And then we'll hit equals, and you should get 226. We essentially just multiplied by 10. Now, that's not the only way to solve this problem. You could use any number of relationships between meters and decimeters. For instance, we could use a different relationship. We could use that 0.1 meters equals 1 decimeter. So let's do the math with that relationship and see how we would do that. Again, we would start with 22.6 meters. We're going to multiply by a conversion factor to convert from meters, which will go on the bottom, to decimeters, which will go on top, so that we end up with so many decimeters. And now I'm going to use my relationship where 0.1 meters is equal to 1 decimeter. Looking at my units, I'm starting with meters, and meters is on the bottom of my conversion factor, so they will cancel out, and I will be left with decimeters. So let's punch this into our calculator now. We will again start with 22.6. We will multiply by the top of the fraction and divide by the bottom. So we will multiply by 1, which won't actually change our answer. But then more importantly, we need to divide by 0.1 because that is on the bottom. Hit equals, and we should get exactly what we got up top, 226 decimeters. All right, there you have it. 2 examples of using dimensional analysis to convert 22.6 meters to 226 decimeters. All right, if you want to see another example, click in the top right. Please like this video if it helped you in any way. Feel free to look in the doobly-doo below for additional help and resources. Please subscribe and ring the bell to get notified for new videos. And thank you so much for watching.